The nation's infrastructure report card is out, and it highlights the need for some major improvements in several categories.
One of the most notable areas, the nation's aviation system earned a D+ in the midst of a string of high-profile flight accidents. But that is the same grade it earned 4 years ago. Transportation reporter Elijah Westbrook joins us in studio with what it means for people living here.
Yeah, it's certainly a wake-up call, Christine and Jessica. And right here in my hand is part of that 225-page report card. Overall, the nation's infrastructure received a C grade. The authors of the study say it's a slight step up from a C- the country received just about 4 years ago. Topping the list of concerns here locally are the New York City subway system and our water systems. The overall C rating on this infrastructure report card by the American Society of Civil Engineers means the state of our infrastructure is considered mediocre and requires attention. Civil engineers within the group looked at these 18 categories ranging from aviation, bridges, drinking water, ports, rail, and transit, to name a few.
Transit was identified as the lowest grade for infrastructure in the New York City report card.
In fact, it received a D+ rating when the research group specifically studied New York City in 2022. The ranking means it stands in poor condition and shows general signs of deterioration.
You can see something like this bridge. It's rusting away, and yeah, it looks like it needs a repair, and it probably does, but it works every day for us.
What did you guys find specifically with New York City subways and just the overall transit system here that was alarming?
The signal systems is antiquated, and some of the infrastructure in terms of the delays that are caused. Some of the subway stations get flooded when there is an intensely heavy rain, and so those are interdependence that we all should be looking at.
Another area of great importance, the region's drinking water. It received a C- in the latest New York City infrastructure report card. Aviation received a D+, due in part to the slow pace of modernization and a funding gap of $114 billion over the next 10 years. Rachel Ferris lost family members in January's D.C. mid-air collision and wants the federal government to do more to protect its flyers.
Somebody called it a tombstone mentality. Every regulation is written in blood, and that's not the way we should be doing things. I think that's outrageous.
Now, the areas that underperformed in that report have shown to have large gaps in funding needs. On the other hand, it's also showing that the nation's ports and railways scored the highest, both receiving a B grade. Jessica and Christine.
Sobering.
Yeah, it really is. So a lot of improvement. And of course, it's going to take money for all of it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. So I know we were just mentioning while the story was running about the water, right? That's C-. And so, yes, the water is apparently the top in the country when it comes to the quality, but it's the reservoirs and the aqueducts that need that continued investment in order to provide that, to make
sure the
quality,
standards maintains
of water.
So, I see.
Elijah, thank you.
Thanks, Elijah.